This is year 10, we're in unit 5 and we're solving simultaneous equations. This is example 3 and example 5. Example 4 doesn't quite work out properly, so I've just left it out. Your teacher will probably go through that one with you or change it at a different stage. So what we always do is we number them 1 and 2. So I'm going to call this one number 1 and call this one number 2. You can, if you wish, make the x's the same, but I think it's more work. You would need to times this one by 2 to make it 10, and this one by 5 to make it 10. I think it's easier just timesing by one thing, so I'm going to times this one by 5 to make the y's the same. So it's equation 1 times 5, again showing what I'm doing here. That gives me 25x plus 5y equals 110. Quite big numbers, but we're okay. Equation 2. 2x minus 5y equals 25. For the ones that we're trying to get rid of, that's the y's. If the signs are the same, we subtract. If the signs are different, we add. The signs here are different, so we're going to add them together. So we get 27x equals 135. You might take my word for it, or you might use your calculator, but 135 divided by 27 gives us a nice number. It gives us 5. And we can work out then the rest from there. So I found the x. How do I find the y? I substituted into one of these two equations. You substitute into these either. I think this one looks easier than this one, so I'm going to sub into 1. So substituting into equation 1, 5 times x, and I know x is 5, so that's 5 times 5, 25 plus y equals 22, and if you take away 25 from both sides, you get y equals minus 3. It's nice at the end to write both answers, so we have x equals 5 and y equals minus 3. As I said, I couldn't get example 4 to work, so we're just going to leave it out for the minute, and your teacher will maybe give you a different one or something like that. Finally, we're going to do then example 5. Let's see how we go with it. As ever, we number them 1 and 2. And you can either make the x's the same or the y's the same. Here I'm going to make the x's the same, so we're going to make them both 6. So we're going to times equation 1 by 3. 6x plus 9y equals 36. And times in equation 2 by 2. 6x plus 10y equals 38. Again, with a wee bit of practice, you can see which one's easier to take away or add or whatever it's doing. So both these are 6's, they're both positive, they're the ones we're trying to get rid of, so we're going to subtract, and I'm actually going to go 2, take away 1, because I can see it's going to give me positive numbers, just easier to deal with. 6x take away 6x is nothing, 10y take away 9y gives me a 1y, 38 take away 36 just gives me a 2, a nice straightforward going then to work out. To find then x, I'm going to sub into 1. So substitute y equals 2 into equation 1. That gives me 2x plus 3, and exchanging my y then for a 2. 3 times 2, which is 6, is equal to 12. If you want, let's do this properly here, as if we're in year 8. I don't know if this moves up slightly. Not really. I bet you can see that anyway, I think. Take away 6 from both sides. 2x is 6. Divide by 2. And I get x equals 3. So we're 2 answers in for this one. Just over here so you can see it. Our x is 3 and y is 2.